about this one. They said by first expressing the equation tan x minus 60 whatever is equal to 2 cot x as a quadratic equation in tan x, solve the equation. So anyway, expressing it as a quadratic equation in tan x. So let's put what we have here. We have tan of x minus 60 degrees being equal to 2 cot x. And they want it in terms of tan. So let's just work around and see what we do to put it in terms of tan. So what is the first thing here? You should know, number one, on the left hand side, you should know how you actually expand trig functions. How do we expand a sine? How do we expand a cos, and how we expand a tan? This is not hard because this you're going to have in your MF19, right? You're going to have this in your MF19, which is your formula booklet. So you don't have to actually remember this part. But then you have to know the cot, because cot you have to know that it is 1 over 10. So we're going to change this cot to be L, 2 times 1 over 10. So let's do that for the right hand side. And then let's do for the left hand side, we are going to expand the way we expand tan stuff. All right, we're going to do that. So let's put it, let's go to our MF19 first and let's see how we actually expand the tan stuff. And here is our MF19, right? Our MF19, our list. So now let's go down, we scroll down. We want to see about the trig stuff. It's actually at the top, sorry for that. Somewhere at the top, let me see, go down a bit, go down, here it is. So we want to see how we expand tan. Can you see how we expand tan? All right, here it says a plus whatever. So we want, what did we have? We had the tan of x minus 60. So we'd say, okay, we have the tan of x minus 60, right? So here we are already saying what it is. A minus b is the lower one. Okay, so we are ignoring the plus. The lower one is a minus b. What does it become? It becomes tan a minus tan b. So this actually becomes, you act like you're expanding. So it becomes tan x minus tan 60. Then divided by what? 1. And for us, we're taking the lower one. So 1 plus tan a tan b. So divided by 1 plus tan x tan 60. That's what it's going to be. Can you see this? This is what we are going to go and have, and let's just copy this. So tan x minus 60 is what? Tan x minus tan 60 divided by 1 plus tan x tan 60. So now let's change ours. Here we are going to actually say this is going to be tan x minus tan 60 all over 1 plus tan x tan 60. This is equal to 2 times, what is cot? Cot is 1 over 10. 2 times 1 over 10x. All right, this is cot x, so it will be 2 times 1 over 10x. So what does this become? It becomes tan x minus tan 60 degrees all over 1 plus tan x. Let's change that. Let's change our tan 60. Let's put in the calculator what tan 60 is going to be. All right, let me put the calculator. Because we don't have to keep it as tan 60 degrees. I mean, we can punch it. So I'm trying to put it here and see if the calculator will give us a solution. If it won't, then I'm going to explain something to you. So let's punch tan 60. Then here we're going to get 1.73. Okay, so let's talk about this. This is a chat that I need you to remember. This is so easy, right? So it's about the special angles. These are not the angles you put on a graph. When you put angles on a graph, you put 90s. So it's 90, 180, 270, 360, right? Those are the things that you put, the degrees. Those are the degrees you put on a graph. But then when you're doing special angles, like you want to know what we call exact numbers, these are not. The ones that you put there are actually 0, then 30, then 45, then 60, then 90, okay? We can even get up to 180, but when we get to 90, that's something. So what are we going to have? You should know what sine of this is, what cos of this is, and what tan of this is. All right, so let's say this is the x, and then here, so here we have x being this, then here we have the angles, right? So this is now sine x, this is cos x, this is tan x. So these are the values that x are. We're going to have x being one of these things, and then we're going to see. So sine x, it means sine of 0. What is sine of 0 is 0. Then now what you should know is that for sine and for cos, here are the possible answers. It is 0, then root 1 over 2. And root 1 over 2, you should know that root of 1 over 2. It's root 1 over 2, then root 2 over 2, then root 3 over 2, then 1. So it's 0, root 1 over 2, root 2 over 2, root 3 over 2, then 1. Now root 1 over 2 will just change to be a half. But these others will be 0, then root 2 over 2, then root 3 over 2, then 1. Okay? And when we're now doing calculations, we can, if we want, we can even change the root 2 over 2 to now be 1 over root 2. Okay? But that's for calculations. But it's a root 2 over 2. So it's 0, then 1 over 2, which is root 1 over 2, then whatever. So that's what you do for sine. It's 0, then root 1 over 2, which is 1 over 2. Then root 2 over 2. Then root 3 over 2. Then 1. And for cos, we spin it around. It starts at 1, then root 3 over 2. Then after root 3 over 2, what's the next? Root 2 over 2. So they meet at root 2 over 2 here. Then after that, what is the next one? It's half. Then after half is 0. You write it vice versa for cos. These are the exact values. Are you seeing them? Then for cos, for tan rather, the exact values are now no longer these ones. They are 0, then 1/3, okay? The possible ones, 0, 1/3, 3, 1. Okay, it's 0, 1/3. Okay, and actually what you must know is that the 3's have a root, so it's root 3 and like this. Not just a 3, not just a 1/3, but 1 over root 3 and then root 3 and then 1. So I want you to know, you say to me, what about the fourth one? Well, one of the angles is going to be undefined, and it's exactly this order which I've given you. So you're already there. So it's 0, then 1/3, then 1 over root 3, sorry. 0, then 1 over root 3, then 1, then root 3, then undefined. So it increases as it goes like that. That is for tan. So what is for tan? 0, then 1 over root 3, then 1, then root 3, then undefined. Okay? Tan 90 is undefined. It goes to infinity. So it's an asymptote. It will never get to 9. It will never pass this 90 position of 90. So it's 0. This one you should know. 0, then 1 over root 3, then 1, then root 3. Because root 3 is bigger than 1. And then you get to undefined. So these are the things. So what did we have? We have tan of 60. So you just come and see that it's going to be root 3. So it will be root 3, okay? Right, it'll be a root 3, which you can see the calculator kind of gave me. That's why you need to have these special calculators that will help you with these special angles. Anyway, so it is tan x minus tan 60. It is tan x minus root 3. So I'm going to remove the rest of the things which I've been explaining to you. I hope you got them. It's beautiful, right? I know it's beautiful. Now let's go with the rest. Let's go on with the rest. Let's go on with the rest. Let's go on with the rest. Come on. So this is going to be over 1 minus tan x times root 3. And this is going to be equal to 2 over tan x. There we have it. So what are we going to have now? We just simplify, right? We cross multiply. We can cross multiply these things. We are allowed because we have a fraction on the left and a fraction on the right. So we're going to have tan x multiplying tan x minus root 3 being equal to 2 multiplying 1 plus root 3 tan x, because tan x times root 3 is just root 3 tan x here. This one is root 3 tan x. It's going to multiply the 2, okay? Then this will multiply this. So that's what you do. It depends on you. You can see tan x times tan x becomes tan squared x minus root 3 tan x. This is going to be equal to 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2 root 3 tan x. Are you seeing this? Now what are we going to do? Let's take to the side where tan squared x is there. And it's what? So it becomes tan squared x minus root 3 tan x. Then this plus 2 root 3 will come and become minus 2 root 3 tan x. Then this is 2 comes and becomes minus 2. This is going to be equal to 0. So what we're going to have is tan squared x minus root 3. Okay, let's now do the root 3 tan x. This we have a 2 root 3 tan x and a root 3 tan x, but they're all negative. So you're going to say, look at the numbers. What is the number? Minus 1 and a minus 2. You put them. So you can say minus 1 minus 2, you get minus 3. So it is minus 3 of root 3 tan x. Okay? And this is minus 2 is equal to 0. You understand? Now you're going to let tan x be some letter. Okay? You're going to say let maybe y be equal to tan x. So wherever there's a tan x, we are putting a y. So tan squared x now becomes y squared minus 3 root 3 y minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we got to solve this. We got to do it, solve this, using the quadratic formula. So you're going to say a is equal to 1, then b is the number before y, a is the number before y squared, b is the number before y, which is equal to minus 3 root 3. Then c is equal to the last number on the end with this sign. It's equal to negative 2. So what is the first thing you're going to get? You get first the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac. That's the first thing you always get, which is negative 3 root 3 squared minus 4. Okay, you put a minus, then you open brackets, you say 4 times a times c, 4 times 1 times negative 2. That's minus 4ac. So when you square this now, let's put it negative, okay, open bracket, negative 3 root 3, close, okay. We close, then we square. We'll get 27 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times negative 2, that becomes negative 8, and you say minus minus, so it's minus of negative 8, which just becomes 27 plus 8. Let's put that 27 minus minus 8. You're going to get 35. So now we're actually going to say y is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, because it's the y we're looking for, which is minus of b, which is minus of negative 3 root 3. Then plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, we already got it as 35. And it's all over 2 by a, which is 2 by 1. Which is now going to be 3 root 3 plus or minus root 35. Plus or minus root 35 all over 2. This is going to be your y. Now we continue on the other side. So you're going to say now, this means that, let's continue and let's just get our y, then we'll get our 10x and we'll be done. So we can continue, probably here it will fit. You can say y is equal to, what are the two solutions? 3 root 3 plus 30 plus 30, root 35 over 2. So it is 3 root 3 plus 35 over 2. Or you have y be equal to 3 root 3 minus 35 all over 2. Can you see this? So we have the y. But what did we say y is? Here we said y is equal to 10x. So you now say, okay, y is equal to 10x. Or you can rewrite it to say 10x is equal to y. Which means x is equal to the tan inverse of y. Which is equal to, so you say, let y be equal to the first one, 3 root 3 plus root 35 plus the root of 35 all over 2, which means that you would have now x be equal to tan inverse of that, 3 root 3 plus root 35 plus root 35 all over 2. What are we going to get here? It is going to be equal to second fraction 10, which is 10 inverse of. You open a fraction. You now say 3 root 3. Then you say plus now root of 35 over 2. What do you get? You get 79 point whatever. So it's going to be, you get here as x is equal to 79.8. Right, then we're going to do for the other one. Let's do for the other one. I'm going to move my stuff a little bit up. That's why you should always write on one side. Remember the rule. Remember, don't even break it, even once. Make sure your things are on one side of the half square thing, so that when you want to reduce, so that when you want to put other things on the other side, you are able to do it. So it should be like this, so that I can be able to then go and put this stuff here. I'm going to put them a little bit higher. Right. This is my first x. So here they say for x should be between 0 and 180. So yes, this one is between 0. Then we are going to have again here. We're going to have again. You're going to rewrite to say what? X. We write it again to say we know that x is equal to tan inverse of y. Okay, then we are going to say now, let y be equal to 3 root 3 minus root 35 all over 2. So you're now going to say x will be equal to tan inverse of 3 root 3 minus root 35 all over 2. What do you get now? Instead of plus, you now say minus. You're going to get your x being negative 19.8 degrees. Or 19 point, since this is not yet the final solution, you can say 797 degrees. Here it was 79.797 degrees, I guess. Yes. Now we have our solution. So let's see They want solutions from 0 to 180, right? All right, so what are we going to have now? Here we have our tan x being equal to a positive thing. So what are my solutions supposed to be? Now for the second one, we need two solutions, right? Because we had a quadratic solution in tan x. So now the second one here, we have x being negative 19.797. But if we see here, we want it to be between 0 and 180 degrees. So what are we going to do here? What are we just going to do? How easy is this? You're just going to say, this is negative 19.797. Now all we're going to do is check which quadrant was the solution supposed to be. Remember that the thing is like this. Cast, right? So what we do is we look what tan was equal to, because remember x is equal to tan inverse, because we had it as tan x is equal to y, right? So we want to see this y, was it a positive or a negative? This is which tells us which quadrant the thing, because tan x was supposed to be what? So it was 3 root 3 minus root 35. So I'm going to say 3 root 3 minus root 35. I want to remove the tan inverse here. Okay. If I say 3 root 3 minus 35, I'm going to get a negative answer. So that's what I had, tan x being equal to y, a negative y. Now when tan is negative, right, which quadrants can it be? We see that in A, all are positive. In 3, T is positive. So it can, remember the quadrants go like this, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So we're going to see that in 1, it was going to be positive. In 3, it was going to be positive because tan is positive. But in 2 and in 4, only sign is positive in 2, only cos is positive in 4. So tan would have been negative in here. So tan is negative in 2 as well. So we had it as negative, so that means it should be in quadrant 2. It should be in quadrant 2. That's where the real solution is, which is between 0 and 180. So how are we going to get it? We just say 180 minus this solution. So we're just going to remove from this. So we're going to say x will be actually 180 degrees minus 19.797. Let's do it. So we say 180 minus 19.797. We are going to get 160.2 whatever. So x here will get it as 160.203, which when we round off, it just be x is equal to 160 degrees. Or we can say 160.2 degrees. Okay, to 1 dp since it's an angle. And let's go to this other angle. We had 79 point, we'll put it as 79.8 degrees since it's one angle. And it's 1 dp since it's an angle. And would be done, these would be your solutions. And you'd be done, you have the two solutions for x and you can move on. I hope you saw how easy this was. Now we do the next question in the next video. Goodbye for now.